What's up, guys? It's Jake, aka Tag, and today we're going to be hitting you up with a 2.9 Elixir Miner Cycle deck. This time, it's going to be pretty nice. This is something different than I'm usually covering. This is one of the decks I've been using a lot, and just GCs, tournament play, and it's incredibly solid. It's the deck that B-Rad used in the Reddit tournament, and he got, I think, 370 cups in the Reddit Invitational. I don't know, that's quite a bit of cups in a 1 hour bracket, or a 1 hour tournament. Kind of remarkable. So let's hop into the deck. So we got Skellies, we got Ice Spirit, we got Knight, Electro Wizard, Inferno, Poison, Log, and Miner. It's just, it lends itself to a really quick cycle, having the Skeletons and Ice Spirit. That means that you're able to get back to Miner, Poison, and Log to finish off games incredibly fast. But it also lends yourself to, you kind of have to know what you're doing because there's so many cards that you're placing down. There's a lot of decisions that you're going to be making in the game, so it takes a long time to actually master this deck and play it perfectly. So without any further ado, let's hop into the game, or one of the few games that I'll be showing today, but hopefully we'll be able to learn a bit from it. In this matchup, it's going to be a Miner versus Miner mirror matchup, and hopefully I can show you guys what my thought process is. Starting off Skeletons in the back, just waiting to see if he makes any moves. Throughout this, guys, I've been starting to learn how to play on my iPad, so there might be a few mistakes, but at least the decision process will still be there. Dropping the Miner in front of the tower, not really knowing for sure what he's running, so if you're dropping the Miner in the spot that I just did, you're not going to get that Miner tornado to the King Tower. He also drops his Miner, that's in a spot that could get tornadoed, so he's playing it a little bit on the edge, but assuming that he already saw my Miner, he can kind of calculate that my deck isn't going to have tornado. So well played by him. In this matchup, it's really Miner versus Miner. It's really just who can get those nice Miner poisons and just Miners on the tower. If you're able to get a nice Miner poison, killing the Skeletons and getting that poison and Miner hits on the tower, you're generally going to turn out pretty well. Always switching up your Miner placements throughout the entirety of this match, recognizing it's a mirror matchup is crucial. See, the mistake that I made right there is dropping my Electro Wizard in a range that could get poisoned, but he also went for a poison that wasn't actually going to kill my Electro Wizard fully. He actually has to commit a Log and poison killing that Ewiz, but he definitely does have more tower damage on me. So let's see if I'm able to recoup that Elixir, or recoup that damage. But yeah, so he gets my Miner again. So that was really unfortunate for me. And let's see if I'm able to come back right now. I'm down quite a bit. I'm down 2 Elixir right now. As I said before, it's really crucial to mix up your Miner placements every single time. If he has poison out of cycle, I'll be dropping my Skeletons. Otherwise, I really won't be dropping my Skeletons on top of his Miner, because Miner poison is definitely something that you want to continuously do in this mirror matchup. We both start Knights in the back. Knight's not really that poisonable, so it's definitely something that you can just use at any time. You can cycle it pretty freely. I drop Skeletons and I drop Knight. I'm trying to cycle cards that will get me back to that Miner pretty fast. Drop Knight near my tower. That means he can't really drop his Miner, or when he has his Miner, you can't really just drop it anywhere in front of the tower. I drop my Skeletons in the back. It ends up catching the Miner. He's going to poison that for sure. Yeah, that's really good poison by him. But at the same time, he doesn't poison. His poisons are a little bit late, so my Ewiz walks out of the poison. So that's one of the few things, like in a Miner versus Miner matchup like this, you always want to be poisoning when it hits double Elixir. Whatever you catch, whatever it is, it's area denial, so they can't drop Skeletons to catch your Miner. You typically want to hold Ice Spirit for Ice Spirit and Knight on defense. So if you drop your Ice Spirit, it'll go towards the Miner, like right there, and then my Knight will get into proximity of the Miner, and the Miner will start hitting my Knight. So if you saw how that worked, Skeletons are very useless because they're just going to die to the poison. Ice Spirit retargeted the Knight back to the Miner back to the Knight, and just having a lot of interactions like that, saving the Ice Spirit and the Knight, getting those in the right cycle, dropping your Electro Wizard outside of the range of poison, whether it be behind your tower or in front of your tower, or just not using it in any proximity near your tower, is definitely going to help you in those mirror matchups. Also, I would definitely encourage everyone to not drop minor poison at the start of the match. You don't really want to do a capricious minor poison because you could lose the game pretty easily. Alright, so let's, yeah, I had a game against Lavaloon, I had a game against, this guy's pretty good, let's see how many cards he's won. So he's won 90k, let's hop into this one. I remember this guy being pretty decent, being from Elite Gaming. So against Zapbait, like I said before, you don't really want to capriciously go for a minor poison off the bat. When I'm dropping minors at the start of the match, it's typically just going to be committing that 3 elixir minor. I believe I do a minor in the corner again, where it can't be tornadoed. Yeah, so that's going to be pretty nice. I see the Electro Wizard here. I would not be surprised if I go for a poison. I'm dropping my Electro Wizard on defense against Hog Rider. I'm dropping Skeletons. Electro Wizard plus Skeletons, if he hadn't dropped that Skarmy, would have made sure that the Hog Rider gets 0 hits on the tower. That's actually extremely key. Whenever you can use Electro Wizard on defense, instead of using an Inferno or Electro Wizard plus Skeletons on defense, you always want to take that opportunity. Because if you think about it, I'm dropping 5 elixir worth of units that is going to defend the Hog Rider for 0 damage, and then it's also going to go push him onto his lane and make him expend more elixir. He isn't actually forced to deal with an Inferno that I drop on my side of the map. So there's Infernos are kind of a last resort against Hog Rider. You don't really want to be doing it that often. And against Zapbait in general, my game plan is not going to be... I'm really not going to be going for that many minor poisons until double elixir. I'm not going to go for blind minor poisons until double elixir that often. I might go for one right here because I know I'm up elixir after defending this Hog Rider. I believe I drop Skeleton. Yeah, I'm going to drop Knight. So I don't even drop Inferno just because I want to have that elixir lead. I want him to deal with that Knight, and then I want to have tower damage on the opposite side. I'd rather do an even tower. I'd rather do that trade so then I'm able to go for a safe minor poison on the other side. If I didn't do that elixir trade, I would be down 1 elixir, and then I wouldn't really be able to go for that. Play because he also had to expend elixir to deal with that Knight, where that Inferno just doesn't really matter. If I dropped an Inferno, I would be down an elixir, and then he also has momentum then too. So momentum and just knowing that your opponent has to deal with your counter push is huge in this matchup. Huge with minor in general. It's important to realize when you have to take damage and when you can't take, or when you're not supposed to take damage. So guys, seeing that poison right there, that is actually going to really hurt their Electro Wizard compared to the poisons that you saw in the last matchup, in the minor versus minor. My Electro Wizard always walked out of that poison, but his Electro Wizard walked out of that poison with very little health because my minor was near the tower. Having that poison preemptively, especially in double elixir, is always worth it. Unless you're down a huge amount of elixir, but you never really want to be going for minor poisons anyways when you're down that much elixir. Even elixir is fine in double elixir every time. So right now we see him at 198 HP. I just go for a poison. The minor wasn't even necessary. I just did it to assert dominance. And we take the tower, guys. So right here, I should be free to drop an Inferno because all I need to do is defend. I don't even think I drop an Inferno because I don't even care. Game's over. Good game, well played. Great player too. He had 90k cards won, so I think the majority of the people I played in this 12-win were pretty good. Alright guys, let's hop into... I played this deck is also extremely hard to play against. The Bowler Graveyard deck that was made very popular recently. That's extremely hard to play against. So let's hop into one of those games. All right, so we have me starting down in the bottom with the blue color, and then Pancake from Mo Beta in the red color. This is my 12th win. I was 11-0, so the pressure is on, guys. I was playing on my new iPad too, so yeah. As you've seen, the common theme of dropping the minor in that corner stays true. And look at it. Look at this, guys. I see a bowler. I immediately think that he's running tornadoes. So, I mean, I don't know if I drop my minor like an idiot in a spot that can be tornadoed, but I might do that later on. We'll see. That Inferno Tower is going to be really nice. I have to drop that Knight because I really don't want to eat that tower damage by the Baby Dragon. That would have been like 4 or 5 hits that I just really wasn't about that life hitting. I believe I go for a minor in the back, and that might get tornadoed. No, maybe it's too low elixir. But those skeletons are going to do so much damage to him. Skeletons taking that tower like a snack. Guys, minor plus skeletons is not something you can ignore, and that's one of the best things with this deck. anyone that you can go for minor skeletons, minor plus knight, minor plus ice spirit, and at the bridge, and then drop your minor. And those are all like pushes that they have to deal with. Even like against Lavaloon, you never really want to expend more than 6 elixir. But if you go for a push like that, any of those have to be dealt with. Otherwise, they're going to do significant amount of damage to their tower. So right here, I'm just going to drop my Ewiz. That Ewiz should redirect the bowler. And we should be chilling. We shouldn't be taking that much damage. I drop my Knight to conserve as much health on that Electro Wizard as possible because I know he doesn't have his bowler in cycle, so he has to drop something else. Having that Electro Wizard behind definitely means that he has to drop another unit, right? Like, he had to drop Mega Minion plus Knight, where he would have only had to drop Skeletons to deal with my Knight if there was just a Knight there. Or Electro Wizard. If one unit, he would have had to not expend very much. I'm dropping Ice Spear at the bridge because he has to deal with that, or he might just decide to... He does elect to eat the damage, okay. I'm pressuring the opposite lane pretty hard because what I plan to do right now is I plan to drop my Inferno. Dropping your Inferno against this Bowler Graveyard deck is really key, and then I probably will be cycling Skeletons and Electro Wizard, or Knight. Dropping Knight is so good against Graveyard, and then if they don't poison or do anything about the Knight, you're kind of good if there's no tank. Or if you kill the tank fast enough. But usually you'll oftentimes have to mitigate damage with a Log or Ice Spirit. Skeletons plus Knight do extremely well if they're not going to poison it. So he doesn't actually have to bowler, he doesn't have to tornado anything. I was kind enough to drop my miner in a terrible spot for him to just tornado it. So you guys are seeing the common theme of a Knight just being a true surge, just defending against the Skeletons. That's probably one of the best things. Knight against us. Knight, it's just such a fat unit that it'll just eat up all the surface area of the Skeletons. And we take the game there pretty easily. Good game, good luck. This is probably one of the hardest decks for people to play against. The thing to remember is pressuring opposite lane a lot. Trying to get your Knight on defense because it's not really poisonable. And then realizing like when you actually have to log and when you don't have to log. If they don't have enough elixir, don't... feel obligated to drop your Skeletons plus Knight, and they're not going to be getting any hits on your tower with the Graveyard. Yeah, so pretty much, I don't know, guys. I think we should go into one more. I think we should go into one more game. Let's hop into this one. So I think this is a pretty odd deck. I don't remember exactly how this panned out. But let's hop into this for the sake of it. I dropped my miner in the same spot as per usual. I believe I dropped my Electro Wizard and Skeletons. That Hog Rider shouldn't get a hit unless I mistimed it. Yeah, no hits. Cool. So as you guys saw there, Electro Wizard plus Skeletons means no hits on the tower. Always a good trade. So I'm up a lot just because of that miner and converting units that defended the Hog into offense. Always something nice to see. I drop Knight right here. Yeah, that Electro Wizard, or the Executioner, just is not getting through. I believe this gets tornadoed. I'm not 100% sure, but after seeing Executioner and seeing Hog Rider, I should have... that's one of the few mistakes that I made in this GC. I definitely recognize that I shouldn't have placed a miner there at that time. But when you... I guess you can get a little bit more ballsy with your miner when you have that much tower damage, because I could actually just spell cycle him out with poison at this point. Drops a Hog Rider again. My Electro Wizard is going to get pushed back. It's going to kill the Ice Spirit, and I actually have to force... he forces a Knight drop, which is a little bit more elixir than I wanted to commit. I'm going to drop the Knight in the... I'm going to drop my miner in the back still because I want to separate my units. I don't want him to be able to drop an Executioner in the front and have my Electro Wizard, my everything target that Executioner instead of going in front of the tower and just targeting the tower. I got some really nice tower damage there. I believe, yeah, so I'm on the iPad. I made a huge fundamental error right there. For whatever reason, when you're getting used to a bigger screen, the Goblin Barrel travels a lot faster for whatever reason, just because the screen's bigger than it would seem like on a smaller surface. So just to make up for that big surface area, it travels so much faster, and my timing was definitely off there. So that's something I have to get used to, but not too bad. I see Hog Rider P.E.K.K.A. I'm just freaking out right now. I'm like, what is this? The P.E.K.K.A. is going towards my Electro Wizard. Definitely something I'm not that fond of. You can look at the shadow of the Goblin Barrel and you're able to determine where it's going. I save I save any tower swipes from that P.E.K.K.A, which would have been catastrophic by dropping that Electro Wizard plus Log. My Log actually defended the Goblin Barrel and then defended the tower, which was really awesome. Get a really nice poison there. At this point, all I need to do is, I know that he doesn't have Lightning or any spell like that. He has too many slots. So I can just drop an Inferno. I can even drop Electro Wizard nearby and not really worry about it too much. Him having Goblin Barrel in this deck, if he didn't have Goblin Barrel, I would have been a lot more afraid of Lightning, and I wouldn't have pumped up Electro Wizard plus Inferno or anything like that. Probably going to just drop my Inferno right here in the middle. Yeah, I do. And that's just about game. That will go way far in the back. Just looking at the shadow, I wasn't going to get fooled by that again. So, these are some pretty clutch games, and I believe we're gonna be heading into our chest right now, guys. We're gonna open up that nice, juicy, glorified 12-0 win chest. So this has been pretty nice, guys. I haven't gotten a 12 win in a while because I've been unfortunately been plagued by that glitch in Clash Royale where you're not allowed to drop cards when you've won the game. I would continuously drop cards that, like I would drop an Inferno and it just wouldn't place and it would just stay in my hand forever. I know you guys have seen that on my stream. Let me know in the comment section if you've actually experienced that glitch. It's been the bane of my existence for quite some while. So, we're really hoping for some epics or something right now, guys. We're wanting something. We deserve it, guys. We deserve it. We really don't want that STD Sparky. There's one epic. We need 10 more of those. Oh, they're honeydicking us. They're giving it one at a time. Unfortunate. Dark Goblin. All right, we need 6 more, guys. Inferno. We need 6 epics right here. We got 6 epics. Let's see if we get a legendary. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Okay, we can't count. We unfortunately pull 827 mortars. I was just counting epics. It happens to me all the time on stream. Unfortunate, but we'll take the gold. We'll take the gold. As a reward, guys, we will go buy that 1 extra bandit that we have enough for in shop. I know I haven't put out a YouTube video in a fat minute. Thanks for everyone that watched it or that watched this video. If you guys have any comments or anything, any decks that you want to be seen in the future or anything in general, any videos that you guys want me to, or anything that you want me to cover in a video, just let me know in the comments and I'm sure to look at it. I'll answer any questions that you guys have about the deck. DM me on Twitter if you have anything like really long, and I'll answer it as soon as I can. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys check out my stream at 6 p.m. Eastern, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And peace out, guys. I'll see you guys next time.